Greetings from the Arcturian Source Cluster. For it is our presence that is among you at all times. For it is our presence that has been with you throughout your lifetimes, from the point at which the humans first came into existence. We've been there. But it isn't to understand our presence as you understand it as in the physical sense. It isn't to understand it that this is an overlay that you're perceiving in front of you. But it is understanding this alignment to frequency. Frequency in all things. Frequency in all existence. For it is this that you are attuned to. For as it has been brought forward, it is this base frequency that all humans have. It is this base frequency. It is the frequency of your planet that you exist on. It is our frequency. It is all of the galactic beings that you are associated with and their frequencies. For this is the core, this is the essence of by which you are connected. For at the core of your existence, you are in frequency. And it is coming into alignment or attunement with that frequency. Many of you have sensed it, but are not fully aware of that base frequency, that baseline frequency within your existence. How does one, within their physicality, come into attunement, alignment with that baseline frequency? For it is immersing yourself in many modes of frequency reception. Outside of human-to-human contact, outside of the contact of anything else that's existent within your planet, trees, animals, your food, your clothing, your electronics, your automobiles, anything that has been created by man all has a certain frequency as well. But it is this: how do you attune yourself to your own frequency? It is by experimentation. It is by listening closely to your own, shall it be said, your own heartbeat. But it isn't the heartbeat that gives you the frequency. It isn't the heartbeat that ends up giving you the frequency. It is the frequency that allows the heart to beat. So that is what you're looking for. So it is experimenting with sound. Sound of all sorts. Musical tones. Instruments. Anything that provides a frequency by itself. A pure tone, a pure note. Experimentation to find exactly that frequency that resonates to the point at which it electrifies, quickens the pulse just a bit, allows the body to vibrate in a way it hasn't. That is your core frequency. How do you utilize it from that point? You can use it to relax oneself. You can use it to, in meditation, to journey beyond your humanness. For once you are attuned and aligned to it, it is a gateway. It is an opening that allows you to be immersed in many different activities at once. Because you are connecting to that purest frequency that you exist in. Then it is to understand how that frequency then begins to resonate with all things around you. From the moment you wake to the moment that you sleep and the hours in between. Just understanding how your base frequency is that factor that changes your daily activities. It is checking in with that base frequency. If it is to play that particular tone, that note, that frequency, that vibration at the beginning of the day, to check in, to understand that is where I am calibrated for the day. And throughout the day, if you need to. You too are an instrument. You've been designed this way. You are designed to vibrate at a particular frequency. Many things are going to strike that instrument differently. It is going to change the pitch, the tone of the frequency. But it is understanding how to go back to center, back to a neutral aspect of your own frequency. For it is through meditation that you understand how to center yourself. You understand through breathing how to center yourself. You understand all of the techniques and mechanisms to center yourself. But ultimately, it is aligning yourself with that core frequency. Now, further beyond understanding this core frequency is how you allow this core frequency to interact with others. But this is the vibrational connection that all seek. There's nothing you need to do. It is just allowing yourself to be present in your frequency and allowing it to be broadcast at its purest tone. And what does the purest tone look like? For it is at a place within the physical body that the humanist is connected to, that there is no judgment. There is no anticipation. There is no preconceived understanding of what is to take place. It is at a place of neutrality that you allow your frequency to intermingle with others. That is its purest tone. That is emitted from that of your heart. It is understanding the greater complexities of these tones and how each of you have your own specific tone or note or frequency. And it is understanding that, yes, some vibrate perfectly together and others do not. But it is in those that they do not vibrate in sync. Just as a musical instrument may sound perfectly tuned until you bring another musical instrument in it that is slightly out of tune, but yet somehow they can find balance and play in harmony. This is exactly what needs to take place between you and all of the rest of the humans. It is finding how your note may vibrate somebody else's note and theirs vibrate yours to a point at which it may not be just in sync, but yet you can play in harmony. You can find a sweet spot in the vibration. This entire existence, strip away the physicality, all you are left with is frequency. And it is understanding how to utilize that here in the physical form for the greatest outcome of all that you are here upon this planet. So it is understanding that much information that has been brought to you may be confusing. It may be hard to ascertain. And this is because the message that is provided is at a particular frequency and your vibrational point hasn't quite synced together. Why is that? For it may be that vibrationally, out of just a few of those words, those are the only pieces that align, but the rest of it doesn't make sense. You are getting exactly what you need. But as you go further and further within your own core frequency, the more of what didn't make sense begins to make sense because the frequency aligns, is in sync. So do not be frustrated when you come up against something that you do not understand. Do not be frustrated by those that present to you in a way that they challenge you. They present their frequency, and that is their frequency. It is for you to accept it or not. It is for you to intermingle with it or not. It is for you to come into sync with it or not. But ultimately, it is your core frequency. You cannot change it, nor can anyone else. For in the greater whole of existence, you are at a point, humanity is at a point, that the distance of understanding their core frequency is much closer. The awareness is much closer. For in cycles past, that distance was great. There was a need to understand core frequency. But where humanity is now, where humanity is moving to, that distance is closing. That distance is getting much closer to the density. And at a point, it is going to merge, and all humans are going to understand their core frequency. There's time for that. So it is allowing yourself to know that you and all the rest of humanity are awakening. Even if it doesn't perceive that way within your human framework, they are awakening. They are beginning to listen. Their core frequency is awakening. Their core frequency is adjusting. Their core frequency is challenging their physicality. It is understanding all aspects of vibration, how appropriate it is now that all have an understanding of their core frequency. You can then overlay any aspect of your humanity that you wish: love, compassion, gratitude, any emotion, any interactions. Because at the point at which you understand your own core frequency, the emotions take on a different aspect. The understandings are different. The teachings are different. Because you know what is needed for the core frequency. You can take a lesson 10 years ago and you take that same lesson today, and what you're going to take away from it are completely different, opposite of each other. Because today you are ready for the message. Today you understand the alignment that you are. Today it resonates with you differently. This is why along this journey, it isn't to just read something, sit it down and say you understand it at the moment. It's okay to say, I don't understand. You're not meant to at that moment. But go back to it in a week, go back to it in a month, go back to it in a year. And there'll be portions of it that you will understand because your core frequency is more present in your life. It's vibrating and helping all other things to vibrate around you appropriately for your greater awareness. There's much talk with you of the Arcturians bringing forth technologies, and they will. Technologies for humanity. Many have already been assigned to particular projects to bring forth technologies to humanity, to support their energetic change, to support their energetic experience to support humanity in this shifting time. Much of this is going to be beyond your comprehension at this point, because it will all be based on frequency. It will all be based on that energetic vibration that is of all things. We're not at an awareness point to understand how to harness all of it at this point. For your frequency itself, the energetic essence that is your frequency, has more power to it than you can comprehend. Many speak of this aspect of free energy. You are the free energy. It is contained within you. It is understanding how to harness this free energy. Your frequency, you are your own power source. You are your own generator. You have always had it within you. The technology, the physical technology has not been put in place yet. Humanity is not ready for it. This is forthcoming. Understand, the Arcturians have always been present with you. They will always be here. Along with the Pleiadians, all are with you at all times. The silent observers, the ones that are present in all things, they are the ones that you sense when there's no one else in the room. They are present with you. They walk ahead of you. They walk alongside you. They walk behind you. They're there to be present with you. The more and more that you align to them, even though they may not be your primary or your source, they're there to be present with you, not as a guide, just to be that silent observer, to be present in a space. Call upon them to lean into them, to gain the knowledge, to gain the healing and the awareness that comes with an alignment to both. Their presence is strong. Many of you understand this. And as you move forward, allow yourself to shift your perspective to these alignments a little deeper. And you'll begin to find that power source within, that frequency that is yours, and how it does perfectly align with so much around you, and how it then does change your daily understandings. But it is understanding what you hold within and the power of it.
Beautiful. Thank you so very much for your presence today.
Thank you for allowing this transmission to be with you.